Hiya. Right, this one's on ratios. Now, ratios is when you're sharing something out and they are in proportion to each other. For example, if you give person A £1 and person B £2, you could say the ratio is 2 to 1 or 1 to 2. B will always get 2 for every one that A gets. And if B had 200, A would get 100. So you can see that they are exactly the same for every one that A gets. B gets 2, so 100 to 200. And it doesn't matter what these numbers are, they could be 10 to 5. Yeah, as long as B gets twice as much as A, that's what we call a ratio. And we separate the two numbers by a colon in the middle there, a couple of dots. So ratios can be between two things there. You could also have ratio between three things. So for every one that C gets, A will get 3 and B will get 4. And as long as they remain in that ratio, we are able to work out who gets what and how much they get all together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to share a total amount, say £500. Yeah? We're going to share it between A and B in the ratio of, I don't know, 2 to 3. Yeah, 2 to 3. So every £2 A gets, B will get £3. Now this is the way we do this. So first of all, you add the ratio parts together, and that gives you the total number of bits of ratio. So there are 5 altogether. A gets 2 of them, B gets 3 of them. Then we need to work out the value, in this case in pounds, of each of those bits of ratio. So you take the total amount that you're sharing, divide it by the number of ratio parts, and you will come up with a value that each part of the ratio is worth £100. Now, if each part is worth £100, it's easy to find out who gets what. We could say A gets 2 times £100, so that's 200, and B gets 3 times £100, which is £300. And so you can see that together they get £500, which is what we're sharing out. So A will get 200 and B will get 300. And that's how you work out a ratio that you're sharing between two or even more people. It doesn't make any difference, or more things. And this doesn't have to be money. This can be, you know, kilograms, square meters, gold coins, liters of water. It can be anything that you're sharing there. And you'll find that these ratios do happen quite a bit in functional skills, because we're always mixing things together. What can we mix? We can mix, I don't know, butter and flour or something in a particular ratio to make a cake. Or we could mix two different chemicals in a hairdresser's to make a solution for tinting hair. So ratios do come quite a lot in functional skills. Now, the other part of the ratio is when when you don't know the total. So you don't know the total, but you know that A and B, say 1 to 3 is the ratio. So you know that one of them, you know their amount. Can you find out what the other one should get, and also what the total is going to be? So we'll say B has, I don't know, £60. First of all, what has A got? And what's the total between them? Right, so what we do here is, let's do a different colour. So you know B, so going to go over there. B has got £60. So what we do, we know that £60 is represented by 3 parts of the ratio. So to find the value of one part of the ratio, we're just going to go 60 divided by 3, which equals £20. So each part of the ratio now we know is worth £20. A, what has A got? Yeah, A has got one of them, so A is just 1 times the £20, which is £20, and the total will be the £60 that B has got plus the £20 that A has got will be £80 altogether. So when you've got one side, you can find out what the other side is, and you can also find out what the total is. Okay. So that's working out total amounts, working out one side from the other. So let's have a look at some of these questions. Right. Ollie is making salad dressing. He mixes 1 part vinegar to 2 parts oil. There's the ratio, vinegar to oil. Ollie makes 450 ml of salad dressing. How much oil does he use? Okay, so we know that we've got vinegar and oil in a ratio of 1 to 2. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. So there are 3 parts of the ratio, and we're going to make 450 ml of salad dressing. So we do 450 divided by the 3, which equals 150. So each part of the ratio is 150 mils. Now the oil has got 2 parts of the ratio, so multiply that by the 150 mils and we get 300 milliliters. Yeah? The vinegar is 1 part, which is just 150, so 300 plus 150 makes the 450 we started off with. A union votes on whether to go on strike. 120 people vote. The ratio of yes to no is 2 to 3. How many people voted yes? Right, so we've got yes to no is 2 to 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 120 people divided by 5 parts of the ratio. 5, so that go 2, 24. So there are 24 people per, 24, what is it, 24, 120 people, 35. So each part of the ratio is worth 24 votes. Yeah, that's it. So how many people voted yes? So the yes people were 2 times 24, which equals 48. And how many people voted no? The no people are 3 times each part is worth 24. So 3 times 24 is 72. Right. Hamish is making buttercream icing. He mixes 5 parts icing sugar to 3 parts butter. He uses 185 of icing sugar. How much butter will he need? So this is one of those ones where you know one side and you've got to find out the other side. So we've got icing sugar to butter. So we'll call it icing sugar to butter is in the ratio of 5 to 3. And 185 of icing sugar, so that's 185 grams on that side. So to find out how much each part of the ratio is worth, we need to do 185 divided by 5. Now, I've said you can use a calculator, so I may as well make it easy for 37. So 37 grams. So each part of the ratio is 37 grams. How much butter will he use? The butter is 3. So we go, the butter is 3 times 37. which is 111 grams. So don't forget, you can pause this. This is why it's on a video, not just a piece of paper. So you can pause, have a go, and see if you get the same answer as me. Dawn is mixing wallpaper paste. She uses 3 parts glue to 7 parts water. So let's do 3 parts of glue and water, 3 to 7. Dawn uses 2.8 litres of water. How much paste? So this is where we know the water, we need to find the paste, the whole thing. Yeah? Alright, so the water is 2.8 litres. So if we do 2.8 litres divided by 7, is that 0.4 I think? 2.8 divided by 7 is 0.4. So that means each part of the ratio is worth 0.4 litres. Now, what we could do here, we could do, to find the glue, we could do 3 times 0.4, is 3 fourths of 12, which equals 1.2. And that's the glue. And we can add the glue and the water together. Yeah. So the water is 2.8, the glue is 1.2, and that will give us 4 litres altogether. 4 litres of paste. Now there is another way that we could do this. Now we've worked out that each one is 0.4, and we've got 10 of them altogether, yeah? So we can go 3 plus 7 equals 10. So the 10 bits of the ratio, so we can go 10 times 0.4, which equals 4 litres of paste again, yeah? So you can do it 2 ways. You can find both of them and add them together, or you can find one of them and multiply them by the number of ratio parts you have altogether. Right, so George is a sheep farmer. His herd contains Herdwick sheep, Hebridean sheep, and soy sheep in the ratio of 9:5:2. So we've got 3 lots. George has 180 Herdwick. How many sheep does he have in total? Right, so we do this the shorter way. So we've got a ratio of 9:5:2, and this is Herdwick, Hebridean, both H's, and soy. He's got 180 Herdwick. So this is the Herdwick, the one on the left, 180. So if we do the 180 Herdwick sheep divided by the 9 parts of the ratio, that will mean that there are 20 sheep per ratio. Now altogether, we've got, say working out all the individual ones, going 5 times 20. Oh, go on then, yeah, I'll do that. So we've got 180 Herdwick, and Hebridean is 5 times 20, which equals 100, and soy is 2 times 20, which equals 40, and then we could add 180, 140 together, which will give us 320 altogether. 320 altogether. Now, the other way we could do it, once we've got the same way as this, once we've got the 20, we could add these up, which with 9, 14, 16. So we get 16 lots of 20, which equals 320 sheep altogether. Yeah. Okay, so ratios is a big topic, and it comes up almost all the time. So it's something to get your head around. There'll be some, I don't know, worksheet on this, and there's some more ratios coming out to do with proportions and things. So I'll see you in the next one.